Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we're having coffee. And my coffee breaker or my coffee grinder broke this morning. And I just bought this one, but it was, a Facebook marketplace. Looked like it was fairly new. I don't think it was, but so now I'll look for another one. I haven't decided whether I'm going to buy a new one or look for another used one. Anyway, good morning. How are you all? A lot of shifting energies right now, putting us in kind of spacey, reactive, weird energy. Everybody's feeling off. And I know that because I read the collective, and so do you. And a lot of times, how we're feeling and the way we're reacting is in response to the collective energy, not in what's really going on with us. I have had just some real interesting experiences the last few weeks, and this it's really interesting because as will happen when we're healing, the stuff that is keeping us from getting healed or healing ourselves comes up so that we know it's there, so we know what to get rid of. And so it can put us in an interesting space of depression, fear, anxiety, old feelings of shame, not enough, guilt, things that we have worked on. But they went in layers. They don't all come out at once. And they are the things that we learn from every time they come up. So when we choose to believe, believing is always a choice. Whatever it is you believe, you made a choice to believe that. So choose to believe that it is always for your highest and best. The things that come up that are challenging. And then again, the old tapes, the shadow stuff. So today's reading is very pointed and very unified in the message. So the Kali Oracle card, which is an intense deck, that came up was Kalararti. And all the Kali goddess pictures are fierce. There's no lighthearted, gentle, but overall, I mean, look at this. This is that lotus behind her, the beautiful blue sky. This is a powerful card. And this is what is forming the content of this reading. Kalararti always is that the beginning of the transformation, the beginning of the big shift. And this is, the world is here and we personally are here. There's no way we can not be going through all of this at the same time. We're connected to one another. We are connected with Earth, and that, that whole world view of world, people on the world, the physical world, we are all connected to it. We are entering this dark night of our soul. Some of us have felt, we have been in it before, and some of you have already been through this and completed this, and now are doing your path, your passion. I could say that is true for me. I went through 5 years of what I call the dark night of my soul. The one thing that can happen is we can believe that there is no God, there is no power up there. We can, just lose that understanding for a period of time in the dark night, because things can get pretty rough. And so Kalararti is saying, she offers you the opportunity to engage in profound and enduring transformation. So you're going to go into this thing anyway, if you're not already in it. So you might as well jump in with both feet and go, okay, I am in for this ride. It is going to take me where I choose to be. This will lead to a powerful rebirth, free from even the most persistent patterns or pains of your past, free from these things that keep coming up for you. And so I'm there. I would love to be in the free zone. I didn't put on chats. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Julia. And so when she appears, she is fierce, and she is all about truthfulness and authenticity, truthfulness about ourselves, truthfulness about what is going on in our life. Um, I have been in an interesting energy, which is helpful, but it is, like everyone else, I'm kind of going, what's really going on here? There's just a lot of different things happening, and I don't really have a real strong handle on exactly what I'm seeing. And I went into an observer mode. Now, I've always pretty much had the bigger picture um, framework from childhood, which is not necessarily a lighthearted or fun way to be, because it was always about the future and what I had to prepare for that future. And yet living it in a very grounded way, because I don't know how to explain that. I just know I'm very present here, but the future has always been a focus, however that looks. But um, in August, I entered into an intentional, a very strong observer position in life, which really made an event that I attended a whole lot more pleasant in me and about me, because I was very detached from it, and it was almost comically detached, and that's really how I was viewing it. It was like, seriously, I didn't connect to this happening here when I was fully prepared with what I needed to have for that. Um, and then when I got back, all of the shadows that could have come up, that were, was like there on the fringes. I had a good time. I truly had an enjoyable time, uh, because I wasn't connected to it all. I was very disconnected, and I observed it. And then when I got back, the full moon uh, allowed all that to really come up as strongly as it could have come up during the event, uh, for me to look at and go, oh, here you are again. Aren't you lovely? Reminding me there's still some things that need to be worked through about you. And I appreciate your presence here. What is it I get to learn this time? When you choose to look at this stuff that comes up, and it's generally old stuff, um, this old patterning of believing who we are and who we are not. And, for many of us, it's a couple big issues that occur time after time. These cards are always, for me, I wanted to share with you, illuminating what is going on with me. And I always feel like I'm sharing this personal reading with you, which, because we are connected and we are all experiencing different forms of the same thing. And so, that choosing, okay, this dark night of the soul, this time of less than easy, lighthearted fun, I'm choosing to learn with, grow with, and own that I allowed this in or brought it to me intentionally for my growth, my understanding, my expansion. My growth, my understanding, my expansion. It's a powerful way to live, because then you're not under the circumstances. You're not a victim, because you're not, unless you choose to be. It is always a choice. So the first card from Dreams of Gaia, both of these decks I'm not real familiar with, and so I will read parts of them. This one is not hard to see or to understand. This beautiful woman. Oh, she's so bright. You know what? I'm going to turn this down. There she is. That beautiful woman looking up, and you can see her heart is all lit up here. And this is the 9 of water. And this is very much connect to your spirit self, get into the intuitive aspect, really hold this connection with your higher power. That's an intention. When you get up in the morning, I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready. Guide me. And then spend a minute recounting everything you are grateful for. And then Spend a minute shedding pure love and joy in the world. This is going to allow you to really adjust your energy from the very moment you get up. Within a couple minutes, take a few deep breaths. Gratitude, connect, pure love and joy, and then begin your day, unless you have a little time to get quiet. That is really what this is telling you. Connect. Practice gratitude for 1 minute. Then practice shedding pure love and joy on everything that you care to shed it on. You are doing you right now. You are aligning you to that higher power that is yours, the light beings that are there to work with you. This invitation is intentional to them, to no one else, to no other energies. You are doing you. And when you do you, then the world becomes better. That is all you have to do right now is you. And so this little routine of connecting to your higher power, I am open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me. And then 1 minute of gratitude practice. What do you have to be grateful for? And then 1 minute of shedding pure love and joy. Remember, you get to that place of that feeling of love in your heart, however that is for you. For me, it is the first time I held my daughters. It is the first time I held my granddaughters. That can instantly bring it. And then I shed pure love and joy. That is powerful for the world and for you managing your own vibration. Don't be in fear in any of this, because fear is powerlessness. You are owning your power and you are connecting your power to the universe. The next card that came up, we had two. This is the first of the 7 of air. And again, an incredibly powerful world card that came up. It is again about your intuitive self, the spiritual self, the 7 of air. It is does what you do, what you believe, make you kinder? Are you willing to lose another for your beliefs? It's not what we believe, but how we believe. Lift others up. This is all about the belief system you have. Does it incorporate kindness to others, regardless of their political party, regardless of who they voted for? Knowing that because we are all different, because we come from different life experiences, different things we wanted to learn in this world, that we are going to see the world and the solutions to the problems we perceive are there differently. Allow that. Again, you're attending to you now. Don't worry about what anybody else believes. Don't worry about what they're putting out. That's not for you. You are attending to you and holding, as these shadows come up for you, this judgment of others, which we have when we are not so filled with self-love. This 1 minute practice that just was channeled through me, because this is not something I've ever put out there before in this format. This is very quick. But when you are focused on, with the intention of being connected, feeling that love, sending it out, truly, it doesn't matter what you send it out to, but you could send it out to your government leaders. You could send it out to that elite group that is ruling this whole situation. If that's what you believe, you can send it out to your children, to your grandchildren, to the wall, to the pictures on the wall. This is you doing you only. I shed pure love and joy on that picture that I painted. The very first one I ever painted. No, it's the second one. Sorry. The first one is the birch trees. The point is it doesn't matter what you're shedding it on. It is you creating more. So if you practice that for 2 weeks, then you go inward and you go, okay, how do I feel about me now? How am I behaving in the world? You know, this is all about your belief system and not ramming it down someone else's throat. It is about, does it treat others well, truly? Does it put love into the world? Does it create the world as a better place? Are you allowing others their beliefs? That's what you doing you is, and you attending to your own self. And when you practice that pure love and joy tool for 2 weeks, You will not be in so much judgment. You can allow others to be them because you are filled with love and compassion. It's just what happens. And you don't have to be so judgmental on others. You can allow them their truth. Nope, that's the last card. The next card that came up, so that was the 7 of air. And then we have the 7 of earth. And this is telling you in whatever way, shape, or form you can get out and be in nature and be with Mother Earth. She will balance you. You'll see that red chakra. Earth is very connected to that and very connected to our everyday life needs, living situation, job. And that's where we really can get caught up in anxiety and worry and the race and the hustle. And this is that root chakra. Getting into nature helps you balance. And one of the little visualizations I do, excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of coffee before I get into nature. This is actually one of the things I do to connect to nature. Julia sent me some lovely earrings and or lovely feathers. And I made them into earrings. And then I made some other pairs of earrings from feathers that I had. And that is, it's one way to bring the element of earth in, of nature in. And then, of course, I wear these crystal necklaces and other crystals, although I don't have any other crystals on right now. But those connect us to Mother Earth more fully. Get out, breathe the fresh air. Oh, it smells so good here this morning because it rained last night. Yay! Our fires are close to being out in our state. So thank you for that. Most all of them, if not all of them, I know there's one suspected, the last one, having been started by someone, but the other ones were started by lightning. And it is a very natural force. And so even though it's heartbreaking, the land, the trees and the bushes and all that food that is disappearing for our lovely furry friends, it is a natural order. So it's a little bit easier to accept. But me being a water baby, I'm always glad to see the rain, smell the rain. Certainly I have not been inundated like other areas in our country, and blessings to them in their recovery, which is just mind-blowing. So connect to Mother Earth, get out, allow her to do healing. I did a sweat lodge the other night. This is my second one with a bunch of lovely younger women. I am so excited to see this younger group and just people I hadn't met, which also excites me because it just keeps reminding me that our tribe here in this Boise, southern Idaho area, which is very, very fundamental in many ways in their Christian beliefs, which is lovely, but doesn't leave room for expansion. So it is a lovely feeling to be meeting all of these way showers, light workers, people who have the belief, the paganism belief of the connection of the earth and energies, for me, the energies and the galactics. Do I believe there are energies out there? Yes. I mean, who am I to say that let's hope not, that we are the most intelligent life in the universe. Let's hope not. And I truly believe that they are fighting for us in many ways. I think they've saved us many times. So again, you're doing you. It'll all be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Remember that. And this dark night of the soul, this weirdness you've been in, and you're maybe entering into more and more of the shadows coming up. That is always what, is good on a new moon, is that shadow, because there's no light. It is the darkness. This is where Kaliatra works, is in the darkness, and she works on our behalf to bring up truth and authenticity, no more lies to ourselves. And the last card that came up from the Dreams of Gaia is intuition. Duh. Kind of like what we've been learning about already. And look at the owl. Now, I got to tell you, I've got this little owl up here. My lovely friend Susie one day brought this over because I'd been having so many owls present in our yard, in my life, and hearing them. And I hear them occasionally now, but it really was in my waking up. Even though I had channeled my whole life, I was waking up to this next purpose. Let's put it that way. Nursing was always perfect for me until it was time for me to move on. And so then it became uncomfortable in how it was being done and what was being done. So the intuitive aspect, when I was really opening my channels again, the spider, the owl, and the woman. And this is you. Signs, patterns, synchronicity, trust, mystery, magic. We're going into Halloween, the magic that is present. And, you know, the veil is thinner on that Halloween night and the next day. Samhain is what it's called in the Celtic, I believe, pagan. I believe they have the same name, and they may well be the same. I'm not a huge studier of religions. I go with what I feel. I was very Christian for many years, and I have no issue with people who need that. That is where they are in this life. I got the message that that was not how the creator, God is what I call it. They don't care what we call them. That's a man's construct. Call them whatever you want to call them. And I refer to it as he, him, because that's what I've been comfortable with. Is it a she, they? Maybe do your own thing. Don't worry about how I do mine. It's not for me to tell you how to walk. I've given you some tools here that will help you in this awakening that I know you're going through, this shifting that you're doing. It is time for you to step in your power and own it all. And your intuition, see the signs. There will be information coming to you. That's it. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready. Guide me to my guides, angels, companion, is telling them that I allow you to come in with your intuition and help me. I'm going to light up the camera a little bit again. And help me complete this walk that I stepped into to fully step more and more. Good morning, Jeannie. Into this walk that I agreed to, that you agreed to before you came into this lifetime. And all of the hardest aspects are the things that have taught you the most. And some can be let go, and certainly layers of it. And as you do this process, if you are resonating with it to actually make a real shift for yourself, then, and that daily energy routine, also a very good thing to do to keep yourself aligned. If you don't have that video, direct message me and I will send you the one I look the best in of a 2-week challenge I did a couple years back. So I know that you've been feeling weird, out of sorts. Just everyone has. Some are very clued into themselves, so they know it's a within themselves. Others are in reaction, and so they're lashing out. And I visited with my oldest friend here in Idaho yesterday about a situation that began many years ago that her loveliness, she never said anything about. And it was an incredibly painful position. And she wanted to hold space for this person that was creating it all. She wanted to hold space for them to heal with the love that this family, her family, was giving them. And it really did come to a head here recently. And she shared it with me. And, you know, what this person was lashing out at her and her family about. I mean, I've known this woman for 39 years. And I know who she is. And none of this, I mean, the person that was lashing out was so ill in themselves, so mentally ill, that this was what she believed. And you know, if there's anybody I know in this world never did any of those things, it's this friend of mine. And so that was people who are really the narcissists, they're going to be lashing out and screeching and screaming and trying to put it to other people. So you may be in a target line for that. Don't accept it. You have a choice. Cut those cords with them. Cut interaction with them. You have to let them go. You cannot save them. It's not your job. Your job is to attend to your energy, your vibration, your walk with that higher power and your path, and in healing yourself through this dark night of your soul. Allow it or resist it. It's up to you. Very much a very powerful reading and direction. If you want to make this walk easier, listen to what was said to you, because it was absolutely channeled through my guides, angels, and companions. Archangel Michael was behind this. He's the warrior, and he's done mincing words. I am so grateful for you all. Please share this if you know someone else who is struggling in the dark night of your soul. If you're seeing this on my YouTube channel, share it. Please like and subscribe. It will help me grow. And I probably ought to put that in front of every video, but I'm not the best business head. I would love for this to grow so I can impact more people with what Creator brings through me. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm